Hello dear students. Today we can start another one lesson of 5th standard, chapter 6, Safety and First Aid. The name of the lesson, Safety and First Aid. Accidents happen due to different reasons, isn't it? We have already learned that a major cause of accident is carelessness. Okay, the major cause of accident is carelessness. So, whether ours or someone else carelessness. Okay, accidents can cause serious injuries and sometimes even lead to death. How can we avoid accidents? We can avoid accidents. So, we must remember one thing for avoiding accidents. To avoid accidents, we must remember to follow safety rules. We have to follow the safety rules. Let us learn one by one. First one, fire safety. A fire, it may occur due to some reasons. Let us see which are the reasons. Burning of crackers. Okay, then accidents in the kitchen or leakage of gas. Then carelessness while handling the matchsticks, candle, crackers or stove. If you are not giving much care, get the fire accidents. Okay, then faulty electrical connections, having defect in the electrical connections or short circuit, fire may occur. Okay, so these are the different reasons for fire accidents. Let us see what are the safety steps in case of a fire. What are the safety steps in case of a fire? Fire spreads very quickly and without wasting any time. So, we should try to prevent it from spreading. What we should do? Fire spread very quickly and without wasting any time, it spread everywhere. Okay, so we should try to stop try to prevent it from spreading. In case of fire, we should cut off the air supply as fire needs air for burning. See what we should do first? We should cut off the air supply. Why? Because fire needs air for burning. So let us see the safety rules. First one, you do not throw water when fire is caused by electrical fault. Okay, so because of the electrical defect, if you are getting a fire caused, so you do not throw water over there. Okay, put out the fire by using sand or the fire extinguisher. So in your school, on the side of school side, we can see the fire extinguisher. Have you ever noticed that one? So in the picture it is given there, the textbook it is given there, fire extinguisher. Okay, so what we should see, what we should remember, do not throw water when fire is caused by the electrical faults. Put out the fire by using sand or fire extinguisher. Fire caused by petrol or kerosene can also be put out by using sand or mud. Okay, then crackers. See, while you are bursting the crackers should be burst outside the house in the presence of adult. Somebody should be there with you, okay, while you are bursting the crackers. And always wear cotton clothes during fireworks, as clothes made of artificial fibers, it catch fire easily. Synthetic fibers, okay, it catch fire easily. So while you are bursting the crackers, you have to use the cotton clothes. Okay, never play with the matchsticks or gas lighters. You should not you should not play with the matchsticks or gas lighters. In case of a person's clothes catch fire, what we should do? Make him or her roll on the ground or cover a thick blanket. Okay, so first you make that person roll over the ground or make him or cover that person with a thick blanket. Okay, so what we are doing here? So here actually fire needs air or oxygen to burn. So here if you are covering that person or rolling that person with a cover that person with a blanket, it cuts off the air supply. Okay, so do not keep the person covered with a blanket for too long. Okay, they need the oxygen for breathing. Okay, then in case of a major fire, raise an alarm and inform the nearest fire station. Okay, major fire accidents, you have to inform to the fire station. Okay, alert to the people. Okay, nearest people and pass the information to the fire station immediately. Next is safety from electric currents. Electric current. Electricity. So, electricity is very important, right? Electricity in the home has made our life very easy and comfortable. Can you imagine our life without electricity? We are in our day-to-day life, in our home, we are using lot of electrical gadgets, right? Like air conditioner, mixer grinder, hair dryer, washing machine, refrigerator, etc. So, machines make our work easier. However, we must be very careful while using them. While you are using electrical gadgets, we must be very careful. Okay, if not handled carefully, they might be give us shocks or severe burns. Okay, if you may get the electric shock. Okay, or burns, severe burns, and sometimes damage our life. Okay, and property. Okay, by catching fire or igniting fire. To prevent such accidents, electrical short circuits, we must follow these steps. Which are the steps? Electrical appliances and wiring should be checked regularly for faults or wear and tear. Electrical appliances and wiring should be checked regularly. Okay, wiring you must check regularly. Okay, and so you have to take care if any fault, damages or wear and tear means damage. Okay, and any fault, defects, anything is there, you have to check it. Okay, electrical faults must be fixed immediately. Okay, it should be fixed. Okay, change the electrical faults. Okay, you have to fix it. Then never operate electrical gadget with wet hands. Okay, or speak on your mobile phone while it is on charge. Some people they are speaking on the phone or using the mobile phone while it is on charge. It is very dangerous. You should not. Okay. Do not insert metal pins or wires into electrical sockets. Now, home electrical sockets are there. You do not put any metal pin. Okay, pins or wires. You should not insert anything or put anything inside the electrical sockets. Now we can see first aid. What is first aid? A person who meets with an accident needs immediate medical attention. Okay, so what is first aid? The immediate help given to an injured person before a doctor arrives or before he or she is taken to the hospital. That is called first aid. So what is first aid? The immediate help given to an injured person before a doctor arrives or before he or she is taken to the hospital. That is called first aid. Let us see which are the first aid for the cuts and wounds. What will you do if your brother or if your finger cuts your finger with a pointed object? Or what if you hit your head against the door or get a bump, accidentally hit to the door or any place? Okay, that is bump. Okay. Then, in case of minor cut or bruise, what is bruise? In Malayalam we can say chadav. Okay. See, in case of a minor cut or bruise, it is not necessary to rush to the doctor or hospital. So here, wounds or cuts should not be left unattended. Okay, if you are not giving any care to the wounds or cuts, here the germs can enter the body through that cuts and wounds and may cause infection. So it is important that the person giving first aid washes his or her hand thoroughly to remove germs. Okay. So follow these steps to give first aid for cuts and wounds. While you are giving the first aid to any persons, you have to remember these things. Okay. First one, wash the cut or the wound with clean water to remove any dirt. First you have to wash it, that cut or wound, for removing the dirt. Next is pat the wound dry and apply an antiseptic lotion or cream on the affected area with sterile cotton wool. Pat means touch quickly or touch gently, okay, for making it dry. That won't make it dry, okay. So pat the wound dry and apply. What we should apply? Antiseptic lotion or cream on the affected area with sterile cotton. What is sterile? Totally clean or free from bacteria, okay. So sterile cotton wool. Next, carefully tie a bandage over the wound. In case the cut is very deep or bleeding severely, put an ice cube on it or place a thick cotton pad over the wound and press it firmly till the bleeding stops. See, in the case of cut is very deep or bleeding severely, what we should do? Put an ice cube over there or place a thick cotton pad. Okay, pad means a thick piece of soft material. Okay, so cotton pad over the wound and press it firmly till the bleeding stop. Then tie a bandage over the wound and take the injured person to a doctor. When there is a bump, just bump. What is bump? Sometimes we actually hit somewhere, okay. So when there is a bump, just a bump, put an ice cube wrapped in a cloth to give relief, okay. So you have to put the ice cube over there. Then on getting a wound, a cut by a rusty objects, for example, that rusted blade or any metal thing, okay, or all nail or a can, it is important that you have to take an anti-tetanus injection, okay. So because these objects may be covered with germs, so which is entering on our body. If these germs enter to our body, what will happen? It may cause a dangerous disease, that is tetanus. Okay, so that if you are getting any cut or wound by a rusty object, you have to take the anti-tetanus injection. Next is first aid for nosebleed. Nosebleed, it is very common among children. It can be caused due to extreme heat. Sometimes too much heat is there or too cold time. Okay, so it can be caused due to the extreme heat or after a bout of coughing or sneezing. Okay, sometimes continuous coughing and sneezing. After that, sometimes that the nosebleed may occur. In case of nosebleed, make a person sit upright. Okay, sit upright on a chair and lean forward slightly. Okay, lean forward slightly. Lean forward slightly. Press the nose firmly with the thumb and forefinger and ask the person to breathe through the mouth. Okay, press it nicely here and ask the person to breathe through the mouth. Place an ice pack on a wet cloth on the nose for few minutes to stop any more bleeding. Next is first aid for sprain. How the sprain occurs? Sprain occurs due to the twisting of joints like the wrist or ankle. Okay, sprain. Such injuries are very painful, right? And usually lead to the swelling near the affected area. Okay, swelling will occur. So in the case of sprain, make a person sit or lie down in a comfortable position and give support to the injured area with a pillow or a cushion. What we should do? In the case of sprain, make a person sit or lie down in a comfortable position and give support to the injured area with a pillow or a cushion. Apply an ice pack to reduce the swelling. What we should do? Apply an ice pack to reduce the swelling. It is important that the person does not move the sprained part. Should not move the sprained part. And crepe bandage can be used to provide support to the joint. Crepe bandage, okay, thin bandage is there. So that crepe bandage we can use to provide support to the joint. In case of sprain, we can apply the hot water, we can touch there, and hot and cold therapy can be used to reduce the pain and the swelling. Next is first aid for burns. First aid for burns. What happens when we accidentally touch a hot pan or drop a cup of hot milk on ourselves? What will happen? We get a burn, right? Burns can also be used due to fire, firecrackers and chemicals. Okay, burns can be caused due to the fire. It may cause due to fire, it may cause due to the firecrackers or different chemicals, okay, etc. The intensity, the severity of the burn, okay, it may be minor or severe. The intensity, it may minor burn or severe burns. In case of a minor burn, the burn is not that much serious, cool the area with a running cold water. Okay, you show this hand to the running cold water or ice packs till the pain reduces or subsides. In case of the minor burn, cool the area with running water or ice pack till the pain reduces. Next, we can apply antiseptic cream over the burn to prevent any infection. If there are blisters, what is blister? Small swellings on the skin. Okay, so these blisters, do not burst them. Do not burst with the pin or anything. Okay, do not burst that, as they may get the infection. So in case of burns from a chemical like acids or any other chemical, wash the affected area with plenty of water. If the burns are severe, rush to the hospital. Okay, take the person to the hospital. So these are the things about the first aid for burns. Next is first aid for animal bite. See, saliva. Saliva means the liquid that come out from the mouth. Okay, the saliva of animals like cat, dogs and monkeys contain lot of germs. So when these animals bite a person, the germs may enter the person's body or victim's body. What is victim? Who is victim? A person who has been attacked by the animal. Okay. So the germs enter the victim's body and cause a disease called rabies. To prevent this or prevent such infection or prevent from the disease, what we should do? What are the first aid we can do? First, we need to wash the bitten area with soap and water. Wash the bitten area with soap and water. Then apply an antiseptic cream to prevent the spread of infection. Next is take the victim to a doctor who might give an anti-rabies injection. Okay, you have to take the hospital for giving the anti-rabies injection. In the case of snake bite, venom. What is venom? A poisonous substance. It is released by or it is secreted by the snake, okay, or the animal. This venom is injected into the body. To stop the venom from spreading, so what we should do? Do not move the person. Do not move the person. So what any movement will only make the venom spread quickly. So you should not move that person. Okay. Then tie a tight bandage just above the bite. where that victim got the bite, just above that place you have to tie a bandage. This will slow down the spread of the venom in the body. Take the victim to the doctor immediately. Okay, so these are the first aid for the animal bite. Next is first aid for fracture. A fracture happens when a bone in the body breaks. When the fracture happens, a fracture happens when a bone in the body breaks. The affected area swells up and pains a lot. So to give relief to the injured person, what we should do? We should give some first aid. Okay, what are the first aid we can give? Make a person sit or stand as comfortably as possible without moving the affected area. Then we can provide the additional support and help in preventing movement. So tie a cardboard or a piece of wood to the affected area. So that is called splint. See, for providing the additional support and help in preventing movement, tie a cardboard or a piece of wood to the affected area. That is called a splint. A sling made of a triangular piece of cloth can be used to provide support to an affected area. Okay, piece of cloth. That is called a sling for giving the support to the affected area. Okay, then after that we can take the that person, that victim, to the hospital. Okay, to the doctor. So these are the different first aid for the fracture. What is fracture? Breaking of a bone. Okay, that is fracture. Next we can see the first aid box. It is very important for everybody to have a well-stocked first aid box at home to deal with any minor or major injuries and accidents. We should have a first aid box at home. Okay, not only at home, at school also. Remember, the first aid box should be kept in cool and dry place. Okay, it should be kept in cool and dry place. Let us see which are the things should be there in the first aid box. Or a first aid or a basic first aid box should have some items. Which are the different items should be there in the first aid box? Then gauze dressing must be there. What is gauze dressing? The thin light cloth used for covering. Okay, that is a gauze dressing. Then crepe bandage should be there. Safety pin must be there. Scissors, thermometer, cotton, painkiller, antiseptic liquid. Then antiseptic cream must be there. Then forceps, forceps are there, and tweezers. Okay, these things must be there in your first aid box. Okay, these are the different things must be there in your first aid box. So which all things we studied today? We learn about first aid, the immediate help given to an injured person before the doctor arrives. That is called first aid. Okay, so which are the different first aids for different cuts and wounds, nose bleeding, sprain, animal bite, burn, fracture, all these we have discussed. Okay, for the cut and wounds, wash and apply antiseptic cream. Nose bleeding, press the nose and apply an ice pack. Sprain, do not move the person. Then apply an ice pack and a bandage. Then burn, place the affected area after under running water and apply antiseptic cream. Then animal bite, wash the area with soap and water and apply antiseptic cream. Then fracture, give support with a splint or a sling. Okay, so these are the things we studied today. Let us see the new words from this lesson. Fire extinguisher, F-I-R-E, fire extinguisher, E-X-T-I-N-G-U-I-S-H-E-R, fire extinguisher. Electric current, E-L-E-C-T-R-I-C, electric current, C-U-R-R-E-N-T, current. Igniting, I-G-N-I-T-I-N-G, igniting. Sterile, S-T-E-R-I-L-E, sterile. Tetanus, T-E-T-A-N-U-S, tetanus. Bout, B-O-U-T, bout. Sprain, S-P-R-A-I-N, sprain. Rabies, R-A-B-I-E-S, rabies. Victim, V-I-C-T-I-M, victim. Venom, V-E-N-O-M, venom. Splint, S-P-L-I-N-T, splint. Sling, S-L-I-N-G, sling. Okay, so these are the new words from this lesson. You have to write and study the new words, learn the answer the following questions, write and study the answer the following questions, read the textbook at least 5 times. Okay, see you in the next class. Have a great day ahead.